Welcome back to Hilaal Live on Channel 347. I'm Lukman Shadrack from the Cape Town studios. Thanks for tuning in. And during this segment on a Monday night, I like to invite people that are involved in the education sector. Now, one such place, and that's been making waves and creating entrepreneurs, creating possible, people that work in that can contribute to the workplace, is TSIBA Business School. On the line via Zoom, somewhere in between Paarl and Franschhoek, the CEO and co-founder of TSIBA, Gia Whitehead. Good evening, Gia, and welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks for joining me, Gia. And then in studio, I've got one of the students of TSIBA, Najma Mahamad Ali, who's one of the alumni. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Shukran for having me tonight.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for joining me, ladies. Let's start with yourself, Gia. A business school, I would imagine that you thought long and hard about wanting to go into something like this, doing a lot of research, but also looking at what's out there. Where did all this start? And give us some background.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good question. I think nearly 20 years ago, when we started dreaming and thinking of TSIBA, we were both naive and ambitious, absolutely. Okay. And so TSIBA was founded in 2004. We're a social enterprise and a non-for-profit business school, and really with a vision to create access and to transition talented young people from unemployability into active economic citizenship and really create South Africa's future leaders and entrepreneurs. So really just wanting to create hope and provide an opportunity for so many more people. As you know, there are hundreds and thousands of people who leave school, but not many who can actually access tertiary studies.
Yeah, I would imagine that number has exacerbated since COVID as well.
Absolutely.
I would imagine, trying to assist where possible and trying to churn out possible leaders can become quite challenging. How did you overcome that period? Did you stay open? Did you migrate to or pivot to the digital world? What was it like for you?
Yeah, so absolutely. I think whilst we've been talking about digital, that COVID really enabled us to pivot, and we were able to quickly shift, and we digitized our courses. We offered online, we offered a hybrid offering so that students can maybe come and download or get access to materials and then go and work online. And, it really showed us how we needed to, be strategic, step up to the challenge and hold our students. And the reality is that most of our students don't have conducive environments to work in. So we needed to provide data, we needed also to see how we could support with food and other subsistence and stipends, because the realities are it's much harder being at home. So we came together. We really managed to shift very quickly, and keep most of our students in studies, which we believe was we're really proud of. And through that, we've really been able to create a hybrid learning environment that allows more access for many more people through that.
Brilliant. As the co-founder and CEO, is it as challenging today as it was 20 years ago? I would imagine you've taken on different tasks, different projects, and the team has grown since as well. Are you still quite hands-on, or do you go in every day, or is it just remotely as well for you, or hybrid?
No, I think the realities is that it's just become more and more complex. We've got much more students that we serve, and so I'm needing to be there every day and on the ground. We've got a growing team and to support the growing students. And really also trying to make sure we're innovating and growing our programs and supporting the students the best we can. And the realities, like you said, we thought, after 20 years, maybe we wouldn't be needed, and there'd be others, students would be able to just access and fast track into other universities. But the reality is there's still big gaps, and we're trying to address 12 years of education and then really support our students through a degree. And so retention and throughput is huge, and we provide a lot of extra support structures to do that.
With the ever-evolving economy, I would imagine the course content would need to also evolve over the last 20 years as well. Take us through that process. Are you, affiliated to or partnered up with anyone that helps with the curriculum, or is this all sourced by you and your amazing team?
Yeah, so we obviously have wonderful partnerships with other universities,
Okay.
but the work has all been driven and really, made by TSIBA. So we have amazing teams and academic and faculty that over the years have really honed a curriculum that makes sure that it's not just about the academic knowledge and remaining relevant, but also ensuring that we're looking at providing the right skills and experience and attitude at the heart of it. And so whilst the knowledge is now, really accessible online, it's about how do you create those experiential learning opportunities to apply that knowledge and those skills in this fast-changing world, and making sure that our students are learning about resilience and agility and able to hit the ground running when they move into the workplace. And so we have an amazing curriculum team that develops, and we get industry expertise and input into the design of our curriculum to make sure that it remains relevant. So business is the core. We also have streams where students can focus and really grapple with, the digital age and many other real world skills that are needed.
So you alluded to the fact that you've taken on more students, taken on more staff. Is this the reason that you're now moving premises?
Yes, so that's one reason. And we want to really create an environment where our students can thrive. And we would like to increase our numbers. So absolutely, where we are, we're out of space. The other reason is that we've been, for years, had a dream of owning our own campus.
Nice.
And TSIBA is now here for the long term. And we needed to build sustainability and a space that we can grow, that can be a green, sustainable environment, and also allow opportunities for part-time and many other options for us to grow into.
Great.
So it's really exciting. It's a big step into our long-term sustainability.
Thanks, Gia. I'm going to get back to you in a second. I want to chat to Najma in studio as well. Najma's been waiting patiently here, building up the nerves, but don't worry. Najma, with regards to you being an alumni and coming through the TSIBA Institute, first give us a little bit about your history and then take us through how you ended up at TSIBA.
Okay, so like I said, I'm Najma Muhammad Ali. I'm 23 years old. I'm a Somali refugee. I reside in Portland, Mitchells Plain. So I matriculated around about 2017 from Spandard in Mitchells Plain. I always have to rip them. And then I finished up at Darul Naim around about 2019. They're based in Wynberg also. And then 2020, the year of the pandemic, is when I started at TSIBA. And like how it worked out for me was that I was looking for places to apply to after finishing my Islamic studies. And then a friend of a friend just recommended TSIBA, and I applied to them. And they gave me funding, which was very rare for refugees.
Absolutely.
So like I took the opportunity with both hands, and I finished in last year, and I graduated this year.
Fantastic.
In April.
In April.
Yes,
and since April, what have you been doing?
I've been working actually since December. So Alhamdulillah, one of those people that ended up studying and got a job immediately. So I'm really glad,
But the course content itself, how long did it take you to complete your course?
So it was about 3 years. Yes, 3 years. My third year was like split between the first semester studying. So that would be the last time I wrote exams. And the last semester is where I went out and did my internship.
Okay.
So I had to go do it at a company. And I did it with a classmate at the time. And then they would like apply everything that we've learned at TSIBA, and then like take in what the industry is like, the business itself, do SWOT analysis, and get it inside information from the everyone that works there, really, from the kitchen staff to the CEO, and just get a good idea of what the company was like, and then present that to our lecturers at the end of the year and get credit on that and get handed our degree.
Okay. Now I know you received a very special award recently.
Yes.
What was that award?
So it was 2 awards.
Okay.
So at the graduation, TSIBA, first of all, they nominate you, and then on the day of the graduation, people get these awards. And these awards come from people that made TSIBA what it is today. So there's our co-founder, Graham Lashbrook, and the board chairman, Professor Fatima Abrams. And they played a huge role in what TSIBA is today. Graham Lashbrook, the reason why he gave this award is because of students that embodied his resilience, his optimism, and excelled in entrepreneurship and leadership. And Professor Fatima Abrams, she gave this award for a strong, academically strong female students that also had some qualities as well.
Congratulations. So well done. I mean, those 2 awards are absolutely amazing. I'm sure you worked very hard for it, and your family and parents must be very proud.
Inshallah. Yeah, shukran.
All right. So after the break, we chat a bit more about TSIBA, to TSIBA as well. We've got Gio if I can just get Whitehead, there we go, Whitehead on the line via Zoom, and we've got Najma in studio. So after the break, we're going to chat a bit more. And if you'd like to find out how you can get involved and maybe would like to further your business studies, we'll leave some details just after the break. You tuned into Hilaal Live. Thanks once again for tuning in to Hilaal Live. I'm Luqman Shadrack from our Cape Town studios. During this part of the show, I like to invite people that are involved and making a difference in the educational sector. And with us today is CEO Gio Whitehead, co-founder of TSIBA. Gio, thanks once again for joining us from your beautiful side of the world. Gio, one of the things that Najma mentioned as well, that she picked up an award recently. It was the Co-Founders Award, I think it is. But you've got something called the Founders Gift. Could you kindly tell us a bit more about that?
Thank you. Yeah, so the Founders Gift is a campaign that we're running. It's a capital campaign, and it's really to invest in our new campus. And the campus is, really an opportunity for us to create a long-term legacy for TSIBA. And this creates, we invite investors in human capital to leave a unique, lasting legacy for TSIBA. And this is really a way that we can, have an incredible multiplier effect so that future generations can also study. And so Founders Gift is a gift from the founders to leave to the institution for future students for decades ahead.
Nice. I like that as well. I think, and I was just chatting to Najma, off air about paying it forward. And that's exactly the type of attitude that you have and the type of ethos that you have at TSIBA. Gio, with regards to your organization itself, and I've heard some differences already, but for those of our viewers that don't know too much, what makes your organization so unique and so different?
So TSIBA, is really about creating advancement opportunities to create better humans, better communities, and a better planet. And so we've been around for nearly 20 years, not just around providing education. We believe it's so much more. It's really about investing in purpose-lived students and graduates that are committed to not only building their own lives, but also building South Africa, and a strong focus on entrepreneurial leadership as a way to think creatively, innovatively, and provide students with the right skills and the right attitude so that they can hit the ground running and enter the world of work with a social conscience. So our work is really transformative.
I like that. Brilliant. I just want to bring Najma in at this moment as well. Najma, your time at TSIBA, and now that you've also got these wonderful awards, what does it mean for you as an individual and for someone that has graduated through TSIBA?
Yeah, so getting the awards, it was like graduation itself is a big deal for anyone, but getting the awards was just like cherry on top. But like I feel like it wasn't just the feel good feeling that came with it. It's also like responsibility for me. I feel like I need to give it back and I need to carry on what TSIBA like stands for. And like if they saw me worthy enough for these awards, then there must be something that they see in me. So I hope inshallah like I carry out what I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, coming from a refugee background, there are a couple of challenges, but you've overcome that. You've definitely gotten, grown to a higher regard as well. But what was your time like at TSIBA? I mean, was it difficult at first? Did you have to take a while into getting back into the swing of studying? Because it's not like school anymore.
Yes.
Spine Road's wonderful, don't get me wrong, and it's a wonderful school, but now TSIBA just elevates you to another level. What was that like?
So getting along with like my classmates and peers wasn't too much of a challenge, just because we went on a camp beforehand, and I felt like that camp was needed because 2020 was the year of COVID. So we did like isolated learning. We were all in our households. TSIBA gave us Chromebooks for free, so we used that to like join lectures online and submit assignments and all of that. So that was enough to keep us connected, but it was the relationships that we built on camp and that first few weeks on campus that really helped us all like get along and help each other out. And TSIBA like tries to promote like no man left behind. So we really stick it together and like all the way through. So it made like our graduation even more special.
Nice. So young people are listening to you today, are viewing you today, are seeing you today on television. What advice do you have for someone that would like to follow this path, that maybe had an interest in studying business?
I would say if you feel like you should, obviously make first dua for it, and maybe istikhara, maybe ask Allah to guide you, because I hope inshallah business, I would always encourage people to do business, because you could go into the workforce, you can do something of your own,
of course,
all of that. So it gives you so much independence. But if it's your calling, trust yourself, go ahead and apply, reach out to everyone that you can, like ex-high school students, like people that are studying already. Like there's so many people that you can reach out to for help and like hear what their experience are like, and maybe family members also. So use all your resources, trust yourself, and go for it.
Nice. Gia, it's amazing listening to Najma in studio and just listening to every word she says about you guys, which means that you've really made an impact in her life, and I would imagine an impact in so many other students' lives as well. What can we expect from TSIBA going forward?
Thank you. Yeah, well, firstly, we're very proud of Najma, and she is a beautiful example of the type of students that that are leaving TSIBA. So going forward, you can expect us reaching many more people, hopefully giving back a huge amount of return into the economy through our students as they continue to grow and expand. That expands exponentially as they start uplifting their communities and are seen as role models as they go back and start working. And, for us, our dream is really to leave this legacy, to fund and invest in our campus so that we can really invest in the education and get that right and continue to grow and be innovative and reach many more people.
Give us an idea of some of the courses that you offer at TSIBA.
So TSIBA's core programs are all focused around business. We have a higher certificate in business administration, which is an NQF Level 5 qualification. So as students exit school, they move into university, and that is a bridging year. It's a 1-year certificate. On completion of that, they would move into our degree, which is a 3-year Bachelor of Business Administration degree in entrepreneurial leadership. And students can also specialize in streams like finance or marketing and e-commerce and many others. We also offer a postgraduate diploma in business management. And that is a really exciting program for students also coming out of other universities or already working who want to further their studies. And we're looking to expand our programs. We have just put forward for accreditation a diploma in information and communications technology,
Nice.
and over time an MBA. So as that grows, we're hoping to have more options available.
Great. And could somebody study online as well?
So right now, we still believe that it's really important to have students face-to-face. There are hybrid options, absolutely, but not fully online.
Okay. And where can our viewers find you? What are the best methods to search Google TSIBA, or are you on some other platforms as well?
So we're on all the social media platforms. You can either visit our website, tsiba.ac.za, or you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. All look up TSIBA, TSIBA, ED, ED.
Great stuff. Gia, thanks very much for joining us, and we really look forward to catching up with you in the near future, and may all your projects grow from strength to strength.
Thank you for the opportunity. Lovely to connect.
Lovely too. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And that's Gia saying goodbye to us, all the way from somewhere in between Paarl and Franschhoek, she said. What a beautiful side of the world. Najma, thanks so much for coming into studio. It's been an absolute pleasure. Keep fighting the good fight, and as we said, pay it forward. You've done so well so far, so keep it going. You're an inspiration to a lot of the youngsters out there. Any last words from you?
I want to give a shout out to my mommy because it's her birthday tomorrow.
Look at you, brownie points.
No, I was just thinking of it shukran. Like, my mom is one of the people that helped me to where I am today.
Sweet.
I mean, like, really, I see a lot of myself, like because of who she is. So I'm really grateful for everything. So I have to call her out and wish her on her birthday on TV.
Great. Najma, thanks so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing good things from you in the future, and have a great evening. Assalamu alaikum.
Shukran, same to you. Wa alaikum salam.
And that's how we end our interview with TSIBA. Go and check them out on all the good platforms. And if you want to study business management and some of the marketing courses, that's one of the colleges and options that you can do. And that's how we wrap up Hilaal Live on a Monday evening. Shukran so much to everybody for joining us. Faraz Patel and the team in Johannesburg, Jazakallah to you for doing a great job. And then Sohail Barnes, and from myself, Luqman Shadrack on Hilaal Live. Have a great evening. Assalamu alaikum.